Hey there, welcome back. This time I'm bringing you a What's in My Bag Spoonie edition. I've seen these a little bit around YouTube and I thought it'd be interesting to throw in my take on the video and let you know some of my essentials that I carry around with me every day. The first thing that I'm gonna add is technically not part of the bag, which is why I'm putting it first, but it is my medical alert bracelet. You can kind of see it here. It says POTS on it with the medical symbol. It also has my husband's contact information on the back in case I ever pass out and someone needs to know who to contact for me. I might have to get it changed soon because I'm seeing a new doctor since my old one was being difficult and didn't believe I was sick, which is a struggle I'm sure you are all fairly aware of. I'll have to do a story time about my chronic illness journey later, so if you'd like that, comment below and I'll try and work on it as well. But besides that, I have some theories as to the underlying cause of my POTS, but because my doctor didn't believe that I had any sickness to begin with, he's not investigating or trying to help me very much, honestly. He basically just said, drink more water and it'll help. So there's that, but I might have to change that soon if I do figure out that my theory is correct. I'm not going to share it right now just because obviously I'm not a medical doctor and self-diagnosing is a very bad thing. Don't do that. But we'll see. I'm trying to get into a different cardiologist, and I mean, I might have to explore other doctors just based on the type of condition, but I'll let you know how that goes. Maybe I'll do a vlog while I go to the cardiologist's office. On to the actual bag. This is my bag right here. It's just a leather backpack style. It has got one big pouch here, and then pouch here, pouch here. I did make a divider for the inside because I kind of didn't like the huge big pouch. I had a purse with better dividers, but I ended up needing way more space because it was a smaller purse and I had it before I officially got diagnosed and started needing treatment options and emergency supplies in it. So yeah, I'm gonna start with the front pockets just because it's the easiest to reach. I have some medications in here. I have a first aid kit as well as some ibuprofen. I usually don't get too many aches and pains during the day, thankfully, so I haven't increased my pain medication and first aid. I do bruise myself fairly often randomly, and then sometimes I'll get like cuts and scrapes, so it's pretty much like a first aid kit that anyone would have in their bag. Next thing I have is wireless earbuds. These ones I got from Amazon. I'm not exactly sure what the maker is, but sometimes when I go to the store, I just don't want to talk to anyone, and I kind of use these as an excuse not to talk to people because I usually don't play music on them since I have to focus on pepper while I'm at stores. But my thoughts are just like, if people see like I have headphones, I mean, yeah, not everyone will leave me alone, but some people might, and it just helps. Next thing I have in here is a business card holder. I usually keep business cards in it for my gear shop as well as a different shop that I have that sells Disney items. I have a portable battery because you never know when your phone's gonna run out, and especially for chronically ill people like me and possibly you, it's super important that we can get into contact with people in case anything ever goes wrong. I mean, hopefully nothing does go wrong, but you never know. Next thing is a charger for my pulse oximeter. Let me see if I can actually pick that up real quick so you know what I'm talking about. All right, so this is the pulse oximeter that I was talking about. The charger goes with it. I'm gonna put that back in real quick just because I don't need it anymore. It's just my outside pocket. This helps get a reading of your heart rate. I use it a lot if I'm feeling just the signs that my heart is spiking. It's at 93, 92 right now, 91, whatever it is. That's pretty usual for me, especially since I'm sitting on the floor. It spikes to about 120 whenever I get up, and then if I'm in the middle of an episode, it gets up to 140, 150, and then I know I'm really in trouble and I'm probably gonna pass out. And that I usually keep in the middle of my bag, which is the section that I'm getting into right now. Got some sunglasses. That's important, especially if I have a headache day, because the sun is just terrible, honestly. Also, I have sunscreen in two forms. Spray kind, because I hate this like lotion, and then face kind. I only like the Neutrogena Ultra Sheer because it doesn't feel like you're wearing sunscreen and it still gives you the coverage. As you can tell, I'm a very pale person, so super important that I have the sunscreen going on. The next thing that I have in here is my blood pressure reading machine. This helps me just make sure that it's okay for me to stand up, basically, that I won't pass out as soon as I stand up. Or if I am standing or doing something, I can just check it real quick to make sure I'm not in any danger. It goes on my wrist just like this. And then let's see what I'm at right now. 103.57 with a pulse of, what does this one say? 90 right now. Okay. So it's definitely a little bit low. Normal blood pressure is 120/80. If my blood pressure goes under 100 over, I don't know, 60 maybe, that's usually a sign that I'm getting closer to danger. And then I have had it drop as low as 80 over, what was it? 80 over something before. And then I just turn really white, which you might not think I have a whiter setting. I do have a whiter setting. But then I turn really white, and that's usually right before I pass out. So, super fun. Right now we're working on Pepper's alerts for blood pressure and heart rate. She's doing pretty good with response as far as if I do pass out and stuff like that. But we've only just started task training the trainer that I have for her, because she's been doing obedience and public access until now. So yeah, I'll let you know a training update maybe in a month or two how that's going. Also, this blood pressure monitor I got on Amazon, as well as, the pulse ox I got from fsastore.com, because I have a flex spending account with my job, which is a whole nother bag of worms that I'll have to unpack later, about trying to work while you're chronically ill. Last but not least, I have my wallet. This, I mean, is pretty standard wallet, but the thing that I really wanted to point out that's very important, honestly for anyone, but especially for us, Spoonies, this has got my, let me cover up the information. This has got my emergency medical information card. It includes my name, date of birth, medical conditions, allergies, medications that I'm taking, contact number for my husband, and notes that I have a service dog and to rescue her as well if there's a problem. So yeah, this is super important, especially for people like me that pass out all the time and you won't necessarily be coherent enough to tell people about like what information they need to know. Usually the EMTs will still try to make you tell them because they want to get a gauge of how coherent you are and if you're remembering how your brain's doing. But if you are completely passed out and cannot tell them anything, it's important to have some kind of card like this in your wallet or close to your person. I honestly have these cards everywhere. I have two in my wallet. I have one in my training bag, Treats bag that I'm wearing right now, and then I also have one in Pepper's bag, which if you haven't seen my What's in My Service Dog bag, I also carry that around with me. I'll put a link down in the description below, as well as in a card right up here. Also, one other thing before I start, I wear a Fitbit, which I would consider as part of my daily essentials. I don't trust it a lot for an accurate reading of my heart rate, because even though it's good to keep track of trends, and especially sleeping trends, for me, I've noticed that it's usually off by at least a little bit, sometimes a lot, compared to the pulse ox. Because, for example, yesterday, my Fitbit read 151, which is usually the point where I can't see straight and I start, I'm super in danger of passing out. So I pulled out the actual pulse oximeter real quick to double check, see if I need to sit down, and I was at 103. So, gave me a small heart attack there, but everything was great. But yeah, the biggest thing I'm using it for right now is to watch those trends of the heart rate over time, because you can't really wear a pulse ox all day. I mean, technically you could, but it'd be annoying to wear all day. And then also tracking sleep trends, because that's part of the diagnosis and exploration that we're doing right now. So that's important to note. I also usually keep a water bottle or two in my bag. That's why I had to get a bigger version. If you haven't seen my hydration options video, I will also link that down below, and then I'll put up a card in the corner again. In my bag, I also keep a packet of the liquid IV that I was talking about in the other video. I would keep a packet of the Nuun tablets, but those take a lot longer to dissolve and fully like integrate into the water. So if I'm having an emergency where I like really need hydration and it's affecting me a lot, I wanted to have the faster dissolving option in my bag as another option. I also have these packets literally in like everything I own. I have one in my training bag, I have one in like each of Pepper's vests, and then I think I have one in her service dog bag as well. So basically I have an emergency stack anywhere I might need them. All right, that is everything that I have in my usual day-to-day bag. There's a couple of things that I use now and then, but they're not super important this time. I might do like a house tour or like a, I don't know, life update kind of video sometime, and then I can show you more of those. And then we're also working with some options. Well, we were gonna work with options with my doctor, but now that he's like definitely not believing me, I have to move on to a different doctor and can't talk. We're gonna have to move on to a different doctor and discuss options there. You know the drill. Comment below if you have any questions and subscribe for more content. Don't forget to hit the bell for notifications, and I'll catch you on the flip side.